Donald Trump took out a loan from Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank agreed to lend him the money. And he paid them back with interest. So guess what? Deutsche Bank and Deutsche Bank shareholders and Deutsche Bank investors, everybody made money. So there's really no damages. There was no problem. Well, Letitia's saying, but wait a second. He lied about the square footage and he lied when he estimated the value of Mar-a-Lago. Well, I think we all know, any of us who lived through 2008 certainly know this, do we not? That value is relative, especially when it comes to real estate, which is why if Deutsche Bank is going to make the loan to Donald Trump with the idea that Mar-a-Lago is the collateral, they better be sure that Mar-a-Lago is worth a little something that they could get back, right? And they did. They determined that for, whatever he was putting down there, it was worth that. But he's upset, right? Because as you heard from him, she's trying to say it was worth some 18 million. He's like, no. It's worth many, many, many multiples. I mean, I think every day it gets a little bigger between you and me. He's like, by now it's got to be worth $1 billion, right? Anyway, I went on to Zillow. I looked at some of the properties nearby. I was actually just down there rather recently. Look, these are very, very expensive homes. They're right across from the water, at least from the ocean, although they're on the intercoastal as well. So you have this plot of land with water on both sides. And in the case of Mar-a-Lago, you're talking about, 22,000 square feet per Zillow, 15 bedrooms, 16 and a half baths. I don't know how many acres, but I thought this was interesting because Zillow has a property for sale relatively close to it for nearly $40 million. And here, we'll take a look. You can see it's basically, let's see if I can make this any bigger for you guys. It's basically what? Oh, okay, 1.34 acres, 1.34 acres, and there's nothing on it. Do you guys see that? Like it's this in between the other houses. So 1.3 acres, a strip of land. We're going to make this bigger. Here we go. And close by. So I think he's at like 1100 South Ocean Boulevard. And this is a strip of land for sale. We'll see if they get it, of course, right? For $40 million. And there are homes down there for 50, for 60, for $70 million. So, I mean, not $1 billion, but 18. It might be a rather low estimate. Again, none of it really matters because the bank decided whatever he was saying was like, okay, they were willing to give him the loan and there were no damages. There's nothing, that you can say, okay, well, somebody was harmed in this situation. So why she keeps going there? Well, we know why, right? It's very politically motivated. And this is why, while Alina's going to file for a mistrial, I mean, I just keep looking at it saying this is going to have to go to a higher court. It's really going to have to go to a higher court because, again, it's the same judge over and over and over again. Arthur, I never pronounce his last name wrong. Forgive me. It begins with an E. You guys know it, right? I always want to say Erdogan. I guess the Middle East is on my mind, right, with Turkey and stuff. But anyway, the judge in this particular case, he has twice refused the recusal. He's already decided that there's fraud going on. So now he's just trying to determine how much. Letitia is arguing it's $300 million and they need to shut down the Trump company. They cannot run any business through New York anymore. As you can imagine, that would be pretty devastating. It's just weird to me because it feels sort of, I don't know, a little Hugo Chavez-esque. Remember when Hugo Chavez? You probably don't remember. I remember because I was on the trading floor at Goldman Sachs at the time and we were trading Argentine, Venezuelan, Brazilian, and Mexican debt on my particular desk. And Chavez came into power. And the first thing he did was he got rid of all the judges and he started going after people and going after their assets. So if you were somebody that he didn't like or he wanted to take, say, that golf course over there for the people, right, he would do that. And so this just kind of seems a little Venezuelan Chavez-like to me at this moment in time. In other words, no damages, but she hates him. She's going to go after him. She's going to get him for everything she can. And that's really not very American now, is it?